Hello class, my name is Dana Parkhurst, and today I'm going to tell you about the experience I had when I went across the country by myself when I was only in the 9th grade. Today my audience is my dad, my mom, and my roommate Emily. There comes a time when the workload of school and the stress of life becomes too much to handle. You need an escape from your reality and time to focus on yourself, even if it's just a few days, to separate yourself from your life at home. In the 9th grade, I experienced that incredible amount of stress in my life. My dad was deployed in Iraq, my brother and sister were gone away at college, it was just me and my mom home. I was in my first year of high school, as if that wasn't stressful enough. I wasn't acting myself, and I let my schoolwork and family situation control my life and my emotions. It got to the point where I went to my mom in tears one day and begging her to take me away from Liberty just for a little while, take me on a vacation. I needed to get out. So not even a day later, my mom was on the phone with my Aunt Michelle, who lives in Arizona, telling her how stressed I was and how much I really needed to get away. So my mom and my aunt made a plan for me to fly to Phoenix in February when I was on my mid-semester break from school. So when February rolled around, I was packing my bags for 80-degree weather and headed to the airport with my mom. She handed me my passport, my luggage, and all kinds of paperwork in case of an emergency while I was away. I boarded my plane, and the first thing I notice when I take my seat is there's a man in the seat behind me in an orange jumpsuit and chained to his seats with a guard sitting on each side of him. The whole flight I kept looking over my shoulder because he was yelling at the guards that were with him and yanking at his chains constantly. When the plane landed, it was about midnight, and Phoenix Airport was so unfamiliar to me. I'd never been there. So I kind of just followed the crowd that got off the plane with me, and eventually I found my aunt while I was waiting with her sleeping baby laying on her shoulder. I ran to her and gave her and the baby a huge hug. I was already feeling less stressed than I was back home. The first few days I was in Arizona, my aunt's two older kids had school every day. So every morning we would drop them off at school and take the two younger kids out on an adventure. We went exploring the desert, we went swimming in February, and we went to a different park every day. The 2 days that all 4 kids were with us were probably my favorite. I got to see my little cousin's dance recital, and we went out to eat at some of their favorite restaurants in Phoenix. My trip really wasn't anything special. I didn't go to the Grand Canyon, and I didn't get to go to the beach at all. But I did get away from all the stress at home, and I was able to see my aunt, uncle, and their 4 kids who I probably hadn't seen in about 4 years. When my vacation came to an end, my aunt dropped me off at the airport, I boarded the plane, and headed back home. My entire flight, there was a man sitting next to me, reading his book out loud in Korean. So I had no idea what he was saying. But whenever I would try to put my headphones in to listen to music, he would rip it out and say, "Listen." So I did for the entire 6-hour flight home. I'm so thankful that my mom was able to make it possible for me to take a break from all the stress in my life and fly out to Arizona. Without all of her help, all the stress would have made me go crazy. Thank you, Mom. You're the best. Thank you, class. I hope you're enjoying my speech.